Hey, good evening. You two guys will be in more different batch. Is both AC cooling you namesake. Just sign against your name only for my lecture. Then we will jump start again. Then tell me the last class memories. So discuss what about the states. Okay. Okay. He came a little bit late, I think, last class. Yes. You are there, right? Only for the first. He is saying for both. Because generally it is allowed key and the teacher is there in side. So nationalism in Europe, sorry, French Revolution until where did we progress? How I became. He kept marker anyway here. He's as clean as possible. Okay. You don't have that number also. Okay. And just open the textbook, open the notebook and tell me the last topic. What we have done. So it would be equality and fraternity. Did I get meaning? Yes. Did you understand the background of the revolution? Yes. Little. What was the immediate cause or the major incident after which the revolution broke out? Major incident, don't know.
Citizens came to attack.
Correct. What is that? Storming of Basel Open. How do you say it again?
Storming of Basel.
What was this incident? A group, we can say, a mob of 7,000 people. And correct. Correct.
And released the prisoners.
Prisoners. How many prisoners actually? Only 7. Oh, for 7,000 people came in. They were not aware that there were only 7.
They mainly came to the weapons.
Correct.
That were also not much.
Not much. Very good. No, and then, did they break open or they just? They broke open. That's the incident. And the entire France or entire French had the talk that people have shown what? Huge unity. And they have shown the willpower. What is willpower? That we have to overthrow this monarchy. And what it symbolized? Symbolize unity. Correct? Integrity. Nationalism. And what else they did state besides this? They had hymns. Oh. And then what did I say? They started singing hymns, composing hymns. War heroes. They had their own tricolor flag, correct? Which was not there earlier, which was a different flag. And then they started making only French as the official language. No regional dialects. What is regional dialects? Sub-languages, which were a part of France. Because one language means it will unite all the people together. Correct? So please put the heading in. Major events. Right? Major event. Which led to the FR. In which year it was? 17? Okay. Alright, you got to be clear cut. So you write one, it is storming of Basel Open. Storming of Basel Open. Major event, right? Storming of Basel Open. Sure, you are getting the air. Okay, now that this parcel has been broke open, what else do you feel the people has to do? They have to continue the same revolt all over the France, unite the people, and unitedly overthrow whom? King. Who was the monarch? King Louis XVI. So when they removed him, what was the next step they did with the king? He was openly prosecuted. You understand prosecuted? Either he was punished or he was just removed from the office. And then French become a real democratic republic. What is republic? Rule of the people. Democratic where people are more important. Okay? So you want me to give notes or we will mark from the volume storming of Basel? You decide and tell me. First read what is there in the volume. If you feel that is sufficient, we will mark there only. Major even the header. You just read it silently. But if you want, no, you want my kind of notes, I am ready. Okay? Storming of Basel. Or if you tell me, I can give it in 3-4 lines. What is the sentence? Studying French society. What do you say? Shall we mark it? You will learn directly. How about your school notes, sir? Are they giving?
Yes.
Completely. What? Are they giving? He's saying question answers is getting. But how? Is it complete for your study?
So actually, most of them are in their textbook and then different.
Correct. So shall I give the notes first? This one. Okay, right. You see how you are preferring. Most probably every year I give notes. Majority of the students say your notes are far easier for us to learn and to remember also. So here I illegally use. Okay. But this chapter is one chapter which will go little bit longer time. Right? So I feel wherever you want notes, I am ready. If not, also I am giving. But some chapters takes more time. That's it. So you write below. Storming of Basel open and give it. Then you compare the notes with that of the volume. Point number 1. A major event. A major event. A major event broke out. A major event broke out on 14th July. A major event broke out on 14th July 1789. Full stop. 14th July 1789. Correct? Second point. 7,000 men and women. 7,000 men and women gathered around or gathered in front, I'm sorry. gathered in front of town hall and decided to form. This is your to remember. Decided to form which militia? I'll explain on that day. People militia. What does people militia means? A military which is generally comprised of people. Reality में नहीं है. Like in Ukraine, what is happening now? है ना? You understand? Because many of the military have died. Common people have become military. Not professional, but at least people militia. Next. To form people militia. The spelling is there. People militia. Consequently, on the spelling, consequently, they broke into. They broke into number of government buildings. Consequently, they broke into number of government buildings. I think in search of what? Right. In search of weapons and arms, or arms and ammunition, or arms and weapons. In search of arms. Consequently, they broke open into number of government buildings in search of the arms. Full stop, continue. Next point. Finally, I said finally, a separate group of, or a group of several hundred people. Finally, a group of several hundred people marched towards the eastern part of city. Finally, several hundred marched into the eastern part of the city. Eastern part, right? And stormed the fortress prison. And stormed the fortress prison. You understand what is fortress? Yes. A government fortified building where it is easy, forget about easy, not even common people go in. But then I don't know if you have seen certain clippings or any movies or anything, biggest of the biggest buildings have been brought to ruins. By whom? By the angry mob. You understand angry mob? People. Can we use other word? Angry revolters? Yes. In India, did we have something like that?
Yes. In the war of independence, many people have come to. There was once that they burned a police station.
Yeah, good. That was the Chowdi Chowra incident, I would say. They burned the police station where 22 policemen and one sub-inspector. And then we can say even we can say it is actual revolt, but it was a riot more. What is that? The bringing down of the masjid in that Ayodhya. अभी जो मालूम तो है, अभी तो the राम टेम्पल बन रहा है. But एक time था कि certain BJP leaders, I can't say it is a revolt, but it was a more of a religious type. But the structure was for years. But they say within few hours the entire structure was brought down. You can't really proud of that. But angry mob. Like one thing you have to remain or keep it in your mind. However, the building is fortress. However, the building is fully guarded. But when the common people awake, you understand awake?
Yes.
You can't stop them. They come like boom. So it is battle. No, sir, it's floods. Have you seen the ravishing floods? Tsunami type. It will not spare anybody. I don't know when that tsunami hit India, you were born? No? At least you have seen some clippings. India, Sri Lanka, 50-meter tall wave. So here we are not saying 50-meter tall wave, but it is the mob, people. That's why even today, biggest of the biggest democracy, they are afraid of whose strength? Common strength, common people. But today we say America and India are the biggest democracy. But don't you think both the democracy people are the most powerful? Yes. Even in India today also something or the other, the people will come on the roads. A big mob, a rally. You and me, the family.
That's in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, that's an economic finance related. But people are there, correct, it's correct. People have come towards the presidential palace in Sri Lanka. And police has to shoot them to, deter, separate. I think one person died also. But they are least bothered. So this is what is happening. So till now the building was considered to be a fortress. What is fortress? Not easy to get in, forget about breaking. But you have to celebrate the strength of whom? Common people. अभी जैसे आप नॉर्मल टाइम में मैं आपको पकड़ के रख सकता हूँ, हाँ नहीं करने का ये when you are in that Tandav mood, you understand the Tandav what do you call it? When you are in active mood, I can't stop you. Better you jump, जो करने के कर, then you are calm and cool. But in that anger mood, you will not see anything. But is the people's anger justified here?
Yes.
Why?
Because
they are fighting against the injustice committed by scheming. Against whom?
Against the common people.
Increase in the taxes, but increase the commodity of which?
Bread.
Bread is very common.
Yes.
Already we people are dying without anything, and you are increasing the common commodity. What do you want us to eat? So this is one side of the picture. Other side, was King Louis XVI also starving?
Yes.
He was living in a palace, grand parties,
Yes.
and he was giving huge and huge welcome. Imagine the 90% of the people are dying without food and the king is enjoying a royal party. Don't you think people will be, please you come out, we will treat you with a full party. However military he calls it, but then on campus in Mumbai, public delight was covered. So good thing that he was not in that building. But then people showed their anger. When people came to know, oh, they broke open such a powerful building, they also got energized. Energized for what? Oh, we can also do. Like I might have told you earlier, also, in a class of 15, 20, or 30, 40, whatever, everyone pushes you. And when you go and ask any teacher leave you, then everyone will come. But who is the first person? You have to show the courage. So this mob has shown the courage that they can overthrow whom? The king, the military, the army. So that is why this event is considered to be the this event, major event. If this event was not happened, don't you think revolution might have happened? Happened, but it might not have had a big impact. You know what is the impact?
Yes.
There's a Gandhiji launched so many movements in India. Non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, quit India movement. But the last time where the British are camping India out, what was that mantra he released? Do or die. What does that do or die means? Karo ya maro. Karo ya maro. Means what? You have to either do it for your nation or you sacrifice your life. And what was that Subhash Chandra Bose slogan? You give me blood, I will give you freedom. He's asking your sacrifice. तो लड़का बोले अगर मैं मर गया तो फ्रीडम रखी मैं क्या करूं? तेरा फैमिली तो है उधर जाकर हम लोग रैशनलिटी पूछ सकते हैं. So here the common people have showed their anger, and then the building was collapsed. As they planned, they looted some arms. They freed the prisoners. Only 7 were there. But this was a shocking event to whom? To the king. How could they do it? What kind of courage they got it? And from where did they get it? So from this day onwards, the king might have become overcautious. Either protect such events, if not, people are going to bazaar. You understand bazaar? Or I have to step down. So always remember, every revolution has one or the other, an event which we call it as an immediate or a sparking event. I don't know, in 10th you will be studying the revolt of 1857. What is that? Where Mangal Pandey, remember Mangal Pandey? He shot dead a British official, for which he was given the death sentence. Death sentence, not in a corner, not in a jail, in front of the all Indian army. The Britishers thought, if you give him the death sentence, that is hanging, all the people will be scared. But reverse. People said, you hand up our own companion, and we are not going to go quiet. So history has shown every revolution has some inspiring events like this. Is that right? Absolutely.
Sir, for the
that's for
final year, because several hundred people marched towards the eastern part.
Hyphen, storming the fortress prison. Storming the fortress prison. Hyphen, you write the vassal. Second, not second, next one. The common people not only found few prisoners, how many brackets? 7, but also arms and ammunition. Arms and ammunition needed for the future outbreaks. And the last point, the demolition of this fortress was a direct attack on the despotic rule of the King Louis XVI. Direct attack on the despotic rule of King Louis XVI. That's it. Now you compare what is there in the Berlin. If you want what has happened to him, that is also there. He was executed. Now you see which one is easy. And then based on your comments, I will decide future moves. If they ask you what is storming of castle's importance, you write this. Okay, let us go into the next class. French society in the 18th century. You can pick up your pencil. You want to read?
You have read this.
You have read this. We have marked also.
You have read major events.
Oh, good. And old regime did you discuss?
No,
Let us go into old regime. So you understand regime, na? The period, the era. Before the revolution, how was the French society?
society in the 18th century was divided into three states.
Just make a box for 3 estates, rectangular box. वो भी कर लिया है why are you reading अच्छा एक काम करो इसको ऐसे ही रीड करो I will not make it one.
Society of the states was part of the feudal system that dated back to the Middle Ages. The term old regime is usually used to describe the society and institutions of France 1789. Figure shows how.
So underline that. Old regime means before 1780, the period in France. Go ahead.
Figure shows how the system of states and French society was organized. Peasants made up about 90% of the population. However, only a small number of them owned the land they cultivated.
Underline that very small, they own the land. And the rest, they are whom? Who did not have the land, they are called as whom? Commons. Correct, commons only. Commons. Third estate. They are called in general language as tenants. You know what I mean? You write somewhere in the volume and write NA. And you write landless farmers. In general language, we call them as tenants. Okay, right.
About 60% of the land was owned by nobles, the church, and other wretched members of the third estate.
So underline 60%, underline nobles.
The members of the first estates, that is the clergy and the nobility, enjoy certain privileges by birth.
Underline that clergy and nobility. If I say by birth, what does it mean? Is it equality or inequality?
Inequality.
To whom?
The third estate.
Very good. I said out of you two, you are born in a royal family. You are born in a royal family for which you are getting privilege. But I am an ordinary fellow. And you are coming and looking as a I said, sorry, I am born in an ordinary fellow. But you, sir, we are gifted, sir. My dad was a noble. He said, my dad was a clergy. I said, my dad is a merchant. Then you pay the tax. There is a regime where we will be studying Napoleon. What of him? Where he removed all this. Why? He said there is no privileges, at least based on your birth. If you have worked, you have hard work, you have earned, and you become a noble or a rich man, then it is okay. Can you give any example in India? Just because he is having a name called Gandhi, obviously, I told you that. Rahul Gandhi. The only thing he is having the position of party politics just because he is having a surname called Gandhi. There are many people who are much hardworking and much better than are they getting any post in Congress? This is what the descent, the dynamism, the dynastic qualities are. What is dynastic? Since भाई साहब ने गांधी का फैमिली में born हुआ उसके लिए उसको ऊपर रखते हैं. I can use the word very good. I will not keep him as a criminal if he doesn't have the surname Gandhi. So here the noble and the clergy were enjoying all the privileges. And the privileges are hardened or by birth?
by
Only by birth. They are not doing any work for us. Okay, let's go.
the most important of these was exemption from paying taxes.
Underline that. Exemption from paying taxes. Don't you think this is the most important thing they will also do?
Yes.
In fact, in India today we say rich pay more taxes and poor pay less or no taxes. Here is the exact opposite. The rich are paying zero, but they are enjoying all benefits. Whereas poor paying the highest taxes. Are they getting any benefits? Nothing.
The nobles further enjoyed feudal privileges. These included feudal dues, which they extracted from the peasant.
Now underline that word manorial dues. What are manorial? It's like zamindari. Have you heard about zamindari? Manorial word comes from manor. Manor means one zamindar. You know what is zamindar? Okay, Sanpada Palm Beach is the one zamindari. I am the zamindar. So you need to pay taxes directly to me. That taxes goes to king or not known, but I will keep all the taxes. Do you think I will do any hard work then? Why? I am taking all your taxes. Why should I? I will make it one point that nobody is escaping the taxes. That is my duty. For which I will be happy. I will be very much cunning. So this is what is happening.
Peasants were obliged to render
Obliged to render services to the law. What is obliged? On their own they have to do. They can't say no to it. For example, whatever parents are doing service for you, are you obliged to give them anything? Are they waiting for anything from you? No, they are not waiting. But is it your obligation? Yes. Obligation means, sir, we are obliged to pay them back, work them for, or give them at least something in return. So let's see what is these poor peasants are doing.
Work in his house and fields, to serve in the army or to participate in building roads.
Put all this into bracket. Do you think for any of these work were they paid?
Yes.
Why? No, they were obliged. Whether you like it or not like it, you have to come to my palace and you have to be in my palace. Obliged, why? I said, I'm your boss, I'm your sir. You say, when you step out of this building, no more sir, no more student. Correct. But in those days, no, you have to come to my palace, do all the. Forget about you saying why, you can't say no to it also. And after working, you stand in front of me and ask what happened. Sir, yeah, okay, thank you. Sir, something, you can eat the food and you are still standing. You know what? Sir, some money. Well, take him and beat him. So, do you think the other fellow will have the courage to ask? He said, oh, he's asked the money and he's getting good beating. Let me quietly run. Okay, go ahead.
The church too extracted its shares of taxes for
Tithis. Now, underline that. Now, put into bracket and they'll ask you what is tithis.
From the peasants. All members of the third estate had to pay taxes to the state. These included a direct tax called levy and a number of indirect taxes.
Style. Hey, you know difference between three as a finally to direct tax and another style. What is direct and indirect taxes? Like in India, we had income tax. It is a direct tax. What does direct means? Whatever income my honorable sir gives me or I get it from UP, my service tax is cut. Indirect tax, I buy a mobile phone for which the price is 45,000, but it's a 10% tax. 10% means 4,500 I need to pay for this. But then that 4,500 seller will not pay. He will pass the burden on whom? On me. So it is indirect. The seller has to pay, but seller will collect from me and give it to the government. अभी तो इंडिया में डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट दोनों नहीं है. Why? We have only one tax. What is it? GST, goods and service tax. पहले आपको सेंट्रल को भरना है, स्टेट को भरना है, कोई टेंशन नहीं. सिर्फ एक टैक्स भरो तो चलो. Sales tax, wealth tax, health tax, property tax, this tax, that tax. नहीं टेंशन नहीं. GST में सारा कुछ है. So here they are saying they have to pay a direct tax which is known as style and number of which taxes? Indirect taxes. Go ahead.
Which were levied on articles of everyday consumption like salt or tobacco. The burden of financing activities of the state through taxes was borne by the third.
Underline borne or you write paid by. Borne matlab which is paid by only which estate?
Third estate.
Alone. Circle that word. Third estate alone. Okay, you start reading. Now let us get into third estate.
In 1789, at the time of outbreak of the French Revolution, the French society was divided into the privileged and the unprivileged.
Now, make it one privileged, make it two unprivileged, and underline that word divided. Let's see who is this unprivileged.
The unprivileged classes were known as the third estate.
Underline third estate.
The third estate was comprised of the peasants, artisans, city workers, and the middle class people, or the bourgeoisie.
It's bourgeois.
Like teachers, doctors, lawyers, writers, civil servants, etc. All such people had no political right. It was these people who fought against the privileged classes in the French Revolution.
Underline the word. Against the privileged class. And underline no political rights. Say what is political rights means? No voting rights. You cannot stand in the election. Forget about stand or voting. You cannot speak also. Sir, I think this person should not worry as an third estate. Keep your mouth shut. In fact, there was a hall of mirror called Versailles, the place where the meeting used to held. Only the first and second estate people are allowed to sit. Third estate people have to tie their hands and have to far away. And they have this mere audience. You understand audience? Spectators. They do nothing. And do you think अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ क्लासरूम में आने का, मुंह निकलने का, चुपचाप काम करने का, बोले तो फिर मैं क्यों? You don't have any privilege, ना? You can't ask me any questions, and you should not. अब बोले इधर में घर पे बैठ. Why? You have to give me rights. So when they broke all the system, then ultimately the third estate people have some say. You know, some say they can only suggest. Although the country got independent in the 1789, but voting rights to women was given in 1946. 1946. India got independent after 1 year. Imagine, till that time, women were not allowed to vote in France. Can you say then that country is a real dynamic country now? How about India? Independence ke baad everyone can vote. But minimum qualification 18 होना चाहिए. But if we say like that, no, women are not allowed to vote. No. So India is far better. Okay, let's move next. The struggle to survive. एक काम करेंगे. Struggle to survive and middle class you will read from your house. And mark that out and I'll explain. Let me take you to page number 5. The ideas envisaging a society based on freedom and equal laws and opportunities for all were put forward by, it is no need to underline, it is there, John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. What is these two historians told? Freedom and equal laws and opportunities. Look at the next line. In his book, Two Treatises of the Government, Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine absolute right. What is refute? You write refuse or cancel. Cancel. Write down refute paper. In his book or in his writing, what did John Locke said? I don't believe in any divine rights. You are born in a noble family, you do not have any divine right. You are born in a clergy family, you do not have a divine right. I reject it. I mean, you and me go and stand in the road, I say, I reject. Anybody will say, Parallel. But if a national leader comes and say, I reject like this, I don't want this. Oh my God, he's rejecting. There is some reason. So who was John Locke? A historian, a popular writer in France. Let us see. In the spirit of the laws, Montesquieu proposed, open bracket, a division of power within the government to be हमारा इंडिया में है ना legislative, executive and judicial. So Montesquieu come one step ahead of whom?
Two philosophers.
He said, in fact, I believe the power should not be in one hand. Legislature, lawmaking, executive, implement, judiciary, if any dispute, settle it. So do you think anybody can dictate that? Power is divided. Next, this model of government was put forth in, underline, USA. American Constitution guarantee, underline, individual rights. Next line, next slide. The ideas of these philosophers discussed, underline, intensively, salons and coffee houses, and underline, spread among people. What is the salons and coffee houses those days in France? If in India, I don't know, you go for salons, is it haircut?
Yes.
I mean, generally,
places where normally common people.
Common people, very good. Coffee shops. I think India में coffee shop ऐसा नहीं जैसा हम लोग उधर रहता है. Generally, go to any European area में coffee shops मतलब you will get Wi-Fi, everything free. Majority people will have their laptop systems working there only. I think McDonald's also they may make Wi-Fi free, is it? You can sit there, do discussion, meet with the people. As you say, where common people come and meet. And all this will be discussed. Let us see. These were frequently read and allowed in groups of the benefits, those who would not read and write. So some people started reading this aloud in a group where people cannot read and write. Workers. Next, there were the news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state, underline, generated anger and protest against the system of privileges. So almost we have finished more than 3 paragraphs for this chapter. Let us go back to page number, next page only. There are certain questions given. So before that question, I want you guys to read the source A and solve this for me. Will you be able to? Yes. Comprehension, right? So your homework 6 ka 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, and then go down to page number, the last page. Let's go. 19 or 20 is it? MTB solved it. And solely solved it. Unsolved like the yeah, unsolved the and what we will do, solved may say you learn only 2 answers, which we have covered up. What we have covered up: describe the circumstances leading to the outbreak of the revolution. Take that. Question number 1, page number 20, 2020. Correct? मेरा न्यू है, मेरा ओल्ड है. आप लोगों को कौन सा पेज नंबर? NCERT question only 1. You have to learn and learn. Will do? Okay. I'll see you in my next lecture. Okay? And solve the questions which are given below. Yes, yes. And write there only. And use a pencil. Will do. Yes? Chalo, I'll see you next time. Right? Thank you and God bless. Just before the teacher comes, just